So today we're having a little look at this set here, set 60394. We're going to just open him up, have a little play and try and integrate him into my city. So my plans are to pop him just in this section here. So this is sort of where my park area comes into the city. It's a bit of a work in progress at the moment. So my plan is just to open him up, pop him in here, have a little go. I kind of want to see how this tree works and whether we can mock him up and make him a little bit more full, a little bit more lush. And I just want to see how this otter slide happens, because I think that would be really fun to have that as a little area in here just near the jetty, having them sort of play in there a little bit. So let's open him up and we'll just have a look. So open box, this is what we're looking at here. A couple of plates, a couple of bags. Let's get opening. Okay, so just having a look at some of the pieces that come in this set. It's not bad. We have two printed pieces. One obviously the dashboard of the car and the other one a log. Bit of a common piece, the log one. We've got some nice plant type pieces. The ones we're most excited about are these two little guys, little otters. So they are extremely cute. You get two of those. Also get a green frog and a fishy. I really like this helmet. It's very bright green. It's just a bit amazing. So I do quite like that. And in this set we've gotten the two masks that go over the top of it. And we've also got the radio and the camera. Now this is our minifig who comes with two faces. So this is the first face. I really like this face because I find that with these sort of faces you can actually tell a bit of a story. And they're actually quite good to use within the city, like if something's happening, like when we sort of come into my city, excuse my liters of water, like my guy here at the jetty, because he has such an interesting face, you can sort of do a few different things with him. So previously what I've had there, which I have just moved because I was doing some things, is just like a crocodile getting ready to have some food. So kind of just gives you that little bit more options, whereas some of the minifigs, like their faces can be a little bit no expression. So when you do get a face like this one, it's sort of like, oh, what can we do with that? So yeah, so the minifig's got some awesome print, just that sort of ranger go, which is quite nice. I do like the green, with the green pants, which are not printed, just your normal green pants. And you also have the alternate to the helmet, which has got the bit of the braid at the back. Very similar to my hair colour. Okay, so those be the bricks. Now let's give him a build. So here we have the complete build. Couple leftover pieces. So we've got the little slide here that just is that way, so you can have your little otters come down, which is just a little bit cute, sliding down. So obviously this tree part I want to change up a little bit. I do have some tree parts here. I can sort of maybe just make that look a little bit fuller. I'm not really sure about the jumpers on top. I probably will change that up a little bit. The other thing that I'm a little bit not sure on is the grey slopes here. I may change them over to brown. As you can see with my city, when we pop it into my city, I do have some green slopes coming around but I don't really have any grey happening. Apart from maybe my concreted area, which I haven't really finished off yet. So I'm not sure how that colour contrast is going to work in this section here, because even coming around to my bridge, there's really no grey rocks. So whether I start adding that in, or if I just change these bricks over, which I think might be the better choice, because I don't really want grey over there. So yeah, so I'm just going to have a little play with it, jazz it up a little bit, change it just to suit my city. Overall though, really cool build, really fun. Obviously I'm going to have to reverse build it as well, because otherwise, yeah, that water slide's not going to work, so that's going to have to be reverse built. And I may need to move some of my trees to integrate him in. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and reverse build him and have a look at the top of these trees and maybe see if I can integrate some of, this is sort of the tree look that I'm going for. So yeah, so I just need to have a play with that. I do think this tree will go. He doesn't really, I sort of want more of these type of trees in this area for now. So I think that tree will go somewhere else. And then we can have a look at that. Okay, so this is sort of what I've come up with my mirror build. I have swapped it around so that it fits into my city. So they'll be going into the lake, not into the park area. I've added a few extra slopes, a few cheese slopes. Like you can see here, I've added a little bit more greenery, and I've swapped all the grey over to the brown or the green, just so it actually fits a little bit more into the city. I've also changed over my leaf area, so I've sort of got these, they weren't a part of it, that was me playing around. These I've sort of taken out, the jumpers, the leaves, and the grey slopes, so they'll be used in another build. So I had some other slopes sort of here that I added into it, and as you can see, yeah, quite a bit sort of happened. Containers came out and colours were changed, and that was a bit of fun. So I'm absolutely wrapped with it. I now need this to, it looks so cute, look at those otters. So cute. So now I need to integrate this into the city. So this is definitely going to be the best part. So see how now it sort of matches in with the tree I've already built. So I can sort of make this a bit of a little area. I'm actually thinking I might get rid of this concrete area now and might just make this greenery. So this can be sort of more animals and, oh, what's happened to you, Mr. Puppy? So yeah, so make this a bit more of a sanctuary for the animals and a few more trees, and that crocodile's gonna have to move or else he will eat my otters, and that's not cool. So yes, I'm gonna get rid of that little grey area, and that will just give me a little bit more space for this area. Hey Pluto. So as I'm pulling it all up, I have realized that I've used quite a big plate here when I was Mills plating this area, so it's a bit of a waste of a piece to keep him there, but I am going to have to pull up all this tiling, which is devastating, but that's okay, because these things happen, and I might even want to change up this pattern a little bit as well, because it looks really nice in real life, but I've noticed on camera it can look a bit patchwork quilty, so I might sort of take out the blue, maybe, I don't know, add some grey there, especially seeing that I'm losing the grey here. I might change that up a bit, and maybe this is the opportunity to do that. It does sort of integrate around here to more of a spotted area where I've got my two bad guys making plans. Little do they know the police are onto them in the noodle bar. So yeah, so I might even go for something more like that through here to take away that patchwork quilt sort of look. So I guess this is just what happens. You change part of your city and then you have to change something else. Also, it's reminded me that I do need to change up these bricks here. So I want them to be more like, to get a good shot of it, behind here. So we've got these different bricks on top. You can probably see it a bit more there. So I need to change them up. I was waiting for an order for them to come in, which they did. So now that everything's moved out of the way, I can now do that, so then I can finish my wall when it goes behind the coffee shop and such. It sort of ends there, so I can finish that off now. So yeah, so they're the changes. I'm going to have to pull this one up, and I might even look at this not being so high, but we'll see what lies beneath and how this can sort of fit in while still going to the water's edge. So it'll probably need to sit sort of in like that. So yeah, so we can have a little play with that. Okay, so he is fixed in, and I am enjoying this little situation. I just think it's a nice little hidey hole for the otters to live. Nice little area. Oh, what are you doing, mate? Having a snooze. Pop him in there. You can have a look at the little otters. Oh, otters. Not an alligator. This is good. So now the next job, you can see that I fixed up my wall, my retaining wall here. So I've swapped those ones over. I just think that looks a little bit more how I wanted it to look. And then here, I'm now going to have to pull this one up. Oh, there he goes. Guess I'm committing. And it's a bit of a waste there. I can use some of my green ones. And yeah, I can use this for something else. So yeah, and then we're going to make this a little bit more green, a little bit more lush, and have all our little animal friends living here. So our otters have found their new home. I have Mira built the water slide, changed over a couple of the bricks just to suit my city a little bit better. I'm loving our new ranger, who's just hanging out looking after all the animals. So the set is, yeah, definitely worth it. Lots of fun, great to integrate into the city. Obviously changing over a few little pieces, but I did really enjoy this build. This is going to lead us on to a bit more changes over here, but that is totally fine. That's the whole fun and games of having a city. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching up until now. Do all the things that we like to do with these videos. Like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. And I will see you in the next video.